That's great. So I'd love to kind of pivot now and just kind of get your take on some of the altcoin market, especially given, where Bitcoin's at. In your opinion, do you think we're looking at, smacking alts down because alt BTC pairs are getting destroyed? Or are we on the flip side where, if Bitcoin's going to break out, alts are going to play catch up?
To be honest, mate, I'm not really an expert in alts, but the way
Me
I look at
neither.
it,
That's why I'm asking.
it's really simple. If I think Bitcoin's at resistance coming down, I look to short alts. But we'll take some of the basic ones. I mean, sometimes you get some of the alts do their own thing, but I just treat it with Bitcoin. If I'm bullish Bitcoin, I'll just take longs on alt USDT pairs. If I'm bearish Bitcoin, that's as simple as I keep it. To be honest with you, I mean, obviously the others may know more than me, but I'll just do this. So, I mean, I'll use the favorite one everybody's using right now. Well, it's me and EXO. There's a reason for this. I mean,
Matic, I
here,
love it.
I mean, a lot of the alts you see, the major ones, they all do the same thing, really. So it's just pick up the litter, really. But if we look at this, I mean, just like Bitcoin's at resistance, this is also at resistance. Ah, fuck. 1 second. No, I'll just pull out a proper chart. I've got 1 second. Already marked it up. And then you just pick which one you like because they're all doing the same thing, really. So some people think their alt is special. No, it's not. It's an old one. It's a break even. But if we look at it, we still have macro resist. I mean, this is a range. Okay, wrong color. This is a range. Okay, deviation. So unless it's reclaimed, so if I wanted a case, I mean, supporting for Bitcoin, obviously Bitcoin's gonna dictate everything. Well, it's coming to that. As soon as Bitcoin gives me a trigger, well, this ain't gonna hold up, is it? And if we zoom out, well, zooming out, I mean, it's not looking too great. It's still at key
Yeah, it looks like a
resistance.
giant bear flag on that weekly too.
Yeah, it actually does look like a giant bear flag channel, but I will change bias. If it goes above here and then Bitcoin breaks above, I'm probably going to be the biggest bull. I'll even long Matic, just like I did before. I did that for a meme, but I did long it. You remember when I was shorting Bitcoin and then shorting Matic, and then as soon as it come into here, I was long. No. Here, I was long.
Yep.
Play that. But it doesn't matter. It's just flip when it tells you, but its resistance will prove otherwise to me.
I love that. It makes a lot of sense too. The way you have kind of wide invalidation and you're willing to just flip bias on a flip of a dime, right? And I think people don't get that enough, that traders, we need to flip bias constantly.
I'll explain the wide invalidation. Wide invalidation is different. It depends on the account size as well, doesn't it? I mean, I can make a 1R on that and a large account and it's still worth my time. But it's usually the smaller accounts. But one is, in traditional markets, I don't use that wide stops. But in crypto, right, I've been fucked on using the same kind of risk system with crypto, because crypto has those random big spikes up. So
just to collect your liquidity and then reverse.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm not going to hold that same position. So I'll give you an example of Bitcoin, a real life example we did not long ago. So here, I call the initial one, but my main money is not made at the tops or bottoms. It's made once we get the deviation. So here, there's a reason why I didn't keep a tight one, because it could go all the way. Where am I completely wrong on the idea? And for the reasoning I had, it was wherever I had the invalidation. But either take the trade with that invalidation or keep getting taken out using a tight one. But also I know if I don't want to take this, I can always add. If it confirms, I can add to it and then tighten my stops and keep adding. It's not that one position. So I'm okay with wider ones, but my main play is going to be here if I'm correct. But with crypto, I do take a tester one because sometimes it can just go. So here I then add, and then I added more. By the end of it, it's a large position while trailing my stops. So I start small and I increase my risk as it goes my way and tighter stops. So
as you get
that's
the confirmation.
where it works for me. Yeah.
I love that. Makes a lot of sense. So then, when you talk about invalidation and, compounding on trades, could you touch a little bit about how, as you compound the trade invalidation continues to get, changes, so that way, you're keeping your risk relatively similar while also adding size?
So, for me personally, I think once you get experience, you'll know when to put your foot on the gas and when not to. But just to keep it simple, and the detailed version people will get if you are consistent, but keep it basic. So we got it there. So I'll talk to the thread. So when it was trading here, I had an invalidation there. When it breaks below here, that invalidation gets taken to around here. That's my new, because if it reclaims, it shouldn't go above the high that broke it lower. So say I'm risking 1%, and whatever I reduce the risk by, I add on to keep that fixed 1%. I'm just giving an example, whatever the risk. And then as that unfolds, well, what we've done is news. So either in this situation, market retests, goes lower, but my invalidation for now stays the same, or it breaks down. So I've got to be prepared for trend continuation. So the moment it broke down, that is now my new invalidation. So I've reduced my risk from there all the way till there. So I'm locking in, load a full size position again here. And by the end of it, you've loaded a decent size until it reaches your objective. Now, that sort of system really only works for me in a trend mode.
Yep.
In a range mode, it's a different money management system. So you got to know when to use it and when not to use it. But it's basic SR really, isn't it? Breaks a level, new invalidation. Breaks a level, invalidation. Breaks a level, new invalidation. Breaks a level, new invalidation. So keep trading your stop and keep adding. If your objective hasn't been hit, there's no reason why we can't and trade our stops. Or see it as a separate trade. If I wasn't in this position, where would be my risk? And then when you see it like that, you say here, so okay, if you've got a swing there, I can add another one, trade my stop. If I wasn't already in position, how would I add? If you think of it like that, sometimes it's easier.